Controversial ads with shocking messages are set to debut in San Francisco, like the one that says, quote, "Killing Jews is worship that draws us close to Allah." Just let that statement sink in for a moment. And then here's another one. Homosexuality is ugly. In Iran, we don't have homosexuals like in your country, with, of course, a picture of Iran's president, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. The ads are being posted on buses around San Francisco. 10 of them have gone up. The woman who's behind them, Pamela Geller, and her group, American Freedom Defense Initiative. Pamela, thank you for being here with us this morning. A lot of controversy about these ads. Tell us why you want them up. What is the point?
Well, these ads are a response to a deceptive and fallacious ad campaign being run by the Muslim Brotherhood group CARE that says that jihad is getting to the gym every day. And so our ads were designed to show the reality of jihad using actual quotes from high-profile Muslims. Prime Minister of Turkey, the Fort Hood jihadi, the Times Square bomber, to increase awareness about the ideology that sanctions the violence and supremacism of jihad.
You're being accused of this being just blatantly anti-Muslim, though. What is your reaction to that criticism?
Well, it's deeply offensive to Muslims, because the implication is that all Muslims support jihad, and we know that that's not true. But we don't have to pat on the back every Muslim that doesn't want to kill us. We expect that. That's our bar. So I think that that's a canard. I think it's a deceptive statement. I know from my own email box that many Muslims stand with us because they escaped jihadi wars and they escaped the Sharia. But there have been over 20,000 deadly Islamic attacks since 9/11, and Americans need to understand the ideology that inspires these acts of war.
All right, Pamela, I want to bring in Linda Sarsour. She's with the National Network of Arab American Communities. Linda, you've seen these ads. Pamela says she's quoting Muslims, including Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. What's your reaction?
The ads are absurd. They're offensive. You're quoting a man who is a Holocaust denier. I mean, he's not an American Muslim. And Ms. Geller has a history and track record of vilifying the Muslim American community and pinning communities up against each other, including her most recent homophobic ads, which are very offensive not only to the Muslim American community, but also to the LGBT community here in the United States.
This is not the first time that ads have gone up. You'll remember the controversy over similar ads in New York. Pamela, your organization successfully sued the New York City Transit Agency when it tried to ban those ads. The issue, for First Amendment freedom of speech. So San Francisco's Transit Authority is in the same boat. Listen.
So this is again what we see: ad hominem attacks, libels, and defamation against me. They don't condemn the statements in the ads. You have the Minister of Turkey saying the mosques are our fortresses, the minarets are our bayonets, and the Muslims are our soldiers. And the quotes that I'm using are actual quotes from the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, Sheikh Qaradawi, calling for the death penalty for homosexuals. My calling attention to this makes me homophobic? No, not calling attention to the plight of gays under the Sharia is killing people. And so, of course, attack me, but where is the condemnation of the actual statements that these high-profile Muslims are making? We don't hear that at all. Well, I think it's very interesting, and it speaks volumes as to the motive behind.
But there's been plenty of I will say there's been plenty of condemnation of Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and for statements that he has said about homosexuals and homosexuality. I mean, there's been plenty of condemnation of him and others. I mean, there's been prosecution of some of the people that you show on these, the Times Square bomber and the like. So it's not as if, I guess I don't understand your point.
My point is the American people are being disarmed by obscuring the true reality of jihad, and this is our way of sort of leapfrogging over the media, who whitewashes and sanitizes it, and alerting the American people to what is the gravest national security threat that our nation faces.
Linda, can you see how the courts view this as a freedom of speech, that it is Pamela's right to put up these billboards?
I'm not debating her right and her freedom of speech, and that's why we live in the United States of America. But I will say, particularly on the homophobic remarks, we could take these ads and it could be about any of the Abrahamic faiths, which have similar, if not identical, views on homosexuality. But what I'm troubled by is Ms. Geller's obsession and fascination with Islam and with American Muslims. Why is it that none of those remarks are by American Muslims? We have plenty of national organizations prominent Muslim Americans in this country who have not publicly stated any anti-gay. As a matter of fact, the LGBT community is one of our largest allies because both of our communities, both American Muslims and LGBTQs, are marginalized and ostracized. And I'm a civil rights activist. I believe that we live in the United States of America and everyone deserves the same rights that I have. And I will never take the rights away from someone if I'm in this country fighting for the rights of my community. So I'm just really troubled, and I want to question the obsession with Islam and American Muslims.
I have to leave it there. But
well, I would like to say Christians and Jews are not killing gay people. So there may be quotes in the Bible, but they're not killing gay people. And my obsession is with life. And my obsession is with 9/11 and with Times Square and the attempted bombing of the Federal Reserve Building and the repeated thwarted attacks for jihad. My obsession is with life, and that's what I'm fighting for, freedom and liberty.
All right, we have to leave it there.
And individual rights for all.
Pamela Geller and Linda Sarsour, thank you both for spending a little bit of time to explain it to us this